What's up, folks? It's Jang here from ultimaterc.com, and I just got in the Traxxas DTS-1 drag timing system. Brand new in box. Picked it up off towerhobbies.com, and you can see the shrink wrap is still on it. I'm gonna go ahead and dig into this thing and see what comes with it. Please read. Firmware updates required when using Traxxas Link. This thing is ready to go right out of the box, but if you want to hook it up to your iPhone connection transmitter TQI docking base thingy, you will need to update this. It can take 15 to 20 minutes, so plan ahead. Okay, so I just got this thing and I was ready to, after the unboxing and stuff, hook it up to my TQI with the docking base that I got mostly to use with this system, and it's not even going to work out of the box. I got to update it. Okay. All right. This is what it looks like inside of here. Not their typical style of packaging. It's pieces. Lots of pieces. These are reflectors over here, I believe. A bunch of them, right? Yep. Check that out. Oh. All right. Here's this piece. Thing's bigger than I expected. Here's another part. This actually has the tree on it itself. All right, so there is the DTS. This is the full system, the full setup. And as you can see, it comes with multiple parts. And this is pretty cool, the way that they've set it up, where everything is actually designed to be folded up and put back into that original package. It actually has a handle on it, the box does. And you can easily take this thing around, transport it around for use in the field. So this part comes off, and you can replace that over here, like so. This becomes the end piece. You can see they've got a nice ramp set up. This is the part that goes at the end of your drag strip, your faux drag strip. And they have a nice little ramp set up so that if a car hits it, the car will hopefully fly, although looks like the angle, I don't know if the angle is quite enough here. I'm willing to bet they actually tested it, but it looks like your car would still hit this, but at least it doesn't just go straight into the whole thing. And then this piece just folds on up. Very cool, very convenient there. Had to zoom out a little bit because these things are a little bit larger than I expected. And then finally, this guy right here just gets slid onto the top for a little bit of aesthetic effect. Gives a little bit of a sunshade for the lights up top, and then it also gives a quick little reference for what the 3 buttons do on top. Like I said, these are just reflectors, and there are 6 of them. You use 2 of them at your starting gate. They've got a little double laser for your staging lines and staging lights, and then they've got a speed trap at the end, so they've separated out. You use 1 pair here at the beginning and 1 pair at the end of the ending timing piece. So how do these things get powered is a good question, and the answer is found under here. You have a 4AA battery holder, a little receiver pack jobber right here, and you just put alkalins in that, or you can put in a 5-cell rechargeable pack. You can replace that with, from a nitro vehicle. And then for the ending part, it's going to be the same thing again. 4 AA's, alkalins, or a receiver pack. Here you can see where the laser apertures are, so where the laser beams actually come out. And it looks like there's an alignment guide on each of these. There's actually a little adjustment that you can make to adjust the angle to make sure that these are lined up properly. Now, let me look at this tree a little bit more closely, because that's a little bit more interesting. You've got your full set of lights. There are 2 modes for this thing, but I'll really go into all that stuff more in the review of how it actually works. Right now I'm just checking out what it looks like, what it comes with and all. And this is actually a pretty lightweight piece right here. The ending gate is a little bit heavier, little bit clunky with the way that these go on. It kind of locks when it's down, but so I will be definitely trying this out. First of all, with the funny cars, because this came, or it was actually released in conjunction with the funny cars, but you can't actually use this with any number of RC vehicles. Now this is interesting right here. That little adapter is actually going to fit the exact same type of cable that's used on the docking base for the TQI iPhone, iPod adapter. So that'll be interesting to see at some point what they end up coming up with to connect to that. I suspect that it's going to have something to do with their computer linking system that will allow you to run entire race events and track them and probably have printable race results and such from a computer. I've heard that was coming either from a computer or from at least a wireless device, but we'll just have to see, because there's no info about that. I see there's another little connection point right here. I just noticed that there's a port behind here. That's a different one. This is a 6-pin connector, so lots of expandability it looks like they're working on for this thing. But for right now, the main thing that you can do to add on to this system is to, like I said, bind it to one of those docking bases with the iDevice on it. However, as the warning showed when I first opened this up, you will need to do a firmware update the first time that you turn it on. And I looked all through the manual looking for any information about how to bind this to the TQI system with the iDevice, and it's just not there. The paperwork just isn't there. Going online, you actually have to go to the Traxxas DTS-1 product page on Traxxas.com, then click on support over on the left-hand side, and you will find an article that explains how to go through that entire process, and it is very long. It is very detailed, and some of the things are kind of repeated a little bit with a short version and a longer version, but it's very long, and it tells you about it basically shows you the entire process more or less for binding to this unit, which is its own device, then to this unit, which is its own device, and then you have to bind it back to here, and they tell you how to actually run a vehicle on the same transmitter as you're using for hooking up to this setup. They tell you how to do it if you're just using a transmitter dedicated to this setup, but all the information is there. It just requires a bunch of reading. For standalone use without that, it's going to be a lot easier to use, but I think it's going to be a lot more fun to hook it up to the device where you can get a lot more information back from it. So that's it for now. I really just wanted to open this up, see what was in it, give you guys a sneak peek at what was going to be going on with this whole setup, and of course I will be using it coming up. I will try to use it with the Traxxas funny cars. I do have 2 of those, but I will also be using it in the future for other vehicles, not just Traxxas vehicles either, because it can, like I say, it can work with any. Just if you want to use the little iDevice thing, then you have to have a transmitter, a Traxxas TQI transmitter dedicated to hooking up with the DTS-1. But like I said, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. If you like to see RC unboxing videos like this, please be sure to hit the like button on the video bar below. And if you don't like it, just hit the thumbs down button. Either way, I appreciate it. Appreciate the feedback, and it helps me out a lot if you just hit one of those buttons. So I appreciate it, and I will be talking to you again soon.